I think the Hangout on air is live. According to this, I'm the only one viewing it, so if you're watching this later, you're not watching it live. That's a real head scratcher there. Hi, it's me, Mr. Cooper. Thank you for the warm welcome. And I'm here to answer a few questions that Mr. Ferraro and I have been getting for the past few days regarding specifically Valhalla High School seniors and what they need to do for the college essay. Most of the questions are very similar, so I'll read a few out loud. Don't worry, I won't mention any names to protect privacy. But yeah, most of them are pretty similar, so there are only a few. And the number one question seems to be, when are these actually due? And Mr. Ferraro and I are quite adamant that they are due the day we come back to school. I believe that is September 6th. That's a Tuesday. So full class that day. We will collect your essays. So that's when they're due. So please bring them in typed on paper. I guess a follow-up question to that is, well, how good do they have to be? A number of people ask me, do these really need to be that great? And my answer to that is they need to show effort, but we will be workshopping them in class. So while you've demonstrated effort, they're not ready to send in to any colleges or to submit to a grade or to publish in a magazine or anything like that. We want to see that you've been putting the thought and effort into it, so we have something worth working with once we get it. So that is the answer to that question. As long as it's something and as long as it represents your best effort. Because really what we are looking for is developing a sense of voice, and really I think the college essay itself is more of a convenient assignment to help you develop your voice. So I have a few other specific questions here. So let's answer this one. This one says, I'm having trouble picking a prompt. I started to work on the fourth prompt. And again, this applies specifically, this pertains to the Common App questions, which have not changed at all since last year. Last I checked, they were the same 4 prompts. Anyway, I'm having trouble picking a prompt. I started to work on the 4th prompt, but my work seems too cliche. Would it be a good idea to use prompt 3 instead to show my inner conflict between religion and atheism? My answer is it depends. Number one, as far as which prompt should you do, you should write the one that feels most natural to you. Should I, should I write this prompt, or this prompt? I always say, you know what? Write both, write all of them, see how that feels. Take a look at them all. I have had students in the past come in and workshopped one essay prompt, and they're still unhappy with what they've written, so they try something else, and that works out. That is absolutely fine. If you come in with 2 drafts for 2 different essays, that's fine. As far as writing about certain religious topics, that use your discretion. Depends on where you are applying. If you are applying to certain religious institutions, my advice would be not to write a college essay that is in direct conflict with that institution's theological practices. So that would be my answer to that question. Okay. Let's take a look, and I really hope this isn't boring you. Here, maybe this won't. This will make it more fun to watch. There I am. Now you can pretend we're on a boat, a pirate ship or something. Okay, I'm more doing this to, make this more interesting for me. All right. So next question. And of course, that was anticlimactic because I didn't have it pulled up. Yes, here it is. Okay, this one wants to know if my you know, if none of the colleges I'm applying to do the Common App, can I do one of their essays instead? And the answer to that is yes, you can do whatever you'd like. We posted links to the Common App and talked about the Common App because that's easier than looking up all the individual essay prompts for every university that requires one. Follow-up question, if I'm applying somewhere that doesn't require an essay, do I need to do it? And the answer is yes, we're going to call it a personal narrative. But that being said, if you have one or more colleges that require different college, like specific different essay prompts from that of the Common App, you're welcome to bring those in. You can bring 1 in, you can bring 2 in, you can bring 10 in, it doesn't matter. I'll take a look at them all. We'll pick some to workshop on our own. And I think that was basically it. I'm just gonna scroll through here, see if I missed one. Did I miss one? Oh yeah, here's one question. It did want to know, do you have any advice for making my essay sound more like a story and less like an essay? My answer to that is yes, I do. That stuff is often covered in the books, not the books, the videos, I'm sorry. So yeah, you do have that. I think that works best to look at those. My other advice then would be to read short excerpts from memoirs. One that we're going to look at in class would be Champion of the World by Maya Angelou. That was an excerpt from her memoir. I'd say take a look, even look at Sandra Cisneros' The House on Mango Street. Those have, that book has a lot of short excerpts that kind of, you know, fit the bill for what a college essay might look like. So my advice is to do that. However, again, we will be looking at samples in class. Also, a good place to look is look online at the college to which you're applying to. I want to say it's Johns Hopkins University has actual samples up of college essays that worked. You might look at the schools you're applying to and see if they have something similar. To take a look at what's up there, see what your schools are actually looking for. Anyway, that's just answering some of the questions that some of you have had. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me, ccooper@valhallaschools.org. Maybe you'll take me more seriously now if I remove this eye patch. There you go. Hopefully that solves that problem. That being said, I'm going to go take the last day of summer to go snorkeling. In the meantime, I will check my email later. Mr. Farrar will be checking his, and hopefully we've answered some of those questions. We'll see you on the 5th. I look forward to reading what you've got for me this year, or really what you've got for yourselves. Take care.